Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today we are going to talk about all the main tips for a trip to Switzerland, everything you need to know, what's the low and the high season, what's the weather like, how to get around there, how to get airline tickets, where to stay, the tours, transportation, restaurants, food, guys, all the travel tips that we think are important for you to organize your vacation in a very nice way and make the most of it. So guys, enjoy the video, don't forget to give us that like because that is very important for us, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up, let's go! Well, Switzerland is one of the most beautiful places in the world and one of the most expensive places in Europe. It's a sensational place that's very worth visit, but it has several interesting and cool tips to give because it's not part of the European Union. It's there in the middle of Europe, but it's not part of Europe, so the currency is different, the climate is very different, it's surrounded by the Swiss Alps, transportation, trains, is it worth using the travel Swiss pass, when does it snow, where can I go skiing, guys, there are a lot of cool stuff. This video is very similar to the one about how to travel cheaply to Switzerland that we just made, so if you have seen the one about how to travel cheaply, you don't need to watch this one, just watch the next one, but if you haven't seen, let's go guys, we have a lot to talk. The first tip, people, is to organize your itinerary calmly, and why? The itinerary for Switzerland I think is the most difficult one to organize in Europe. It's the country, it's one of the smallest countries in Europe, it's small, very small, but it has a lot of nice cities, nice villages. It's not that standard itinerary that you create when you go to Spain, Barcelona and Madrid, or to Portugal, Lisbon and Porto. No, it has many nice cities, it's very difficult to put together, it varies according to the time of the year. If you want to go skiing, then take your time, there is a very nice video we made, watch it later calmly, which is the perfect itinerary through Switzerland. We put together a very nice itinerary, take a look and it will help you, but explore well. A lot of people sometimes only think about going to Zurich or some other city, Bern, Geneva, but there are a lot of nice things. As Switzerland, it's in the middle of 4 different countries, it has a very strong influence for them. So up there is Germany, down there is Italy, next door is France, and each region nearby has a different language, a very different culture, and was colonized in a different way. So they are totally different cities from each other. Try to get to know these areas a lot, go through the villages, don't stay focused in only one place because it's very worthwhile to get to know it, and the transportation there is easy, okay? We will explain here to how to get around, how to take the trains, several cool trips, but get ready and make a more elaborate itinerary than just staying in Zurich and not going through the whole of the other cities that are very cool. Now the tip for the airline ticket, it's the first item to be hired for the trip. As Switzerland is in the middle of several countries, a very good tip is the following. Switzerland is a small country with 2 main airports, Geneva and Zurich. Most of the good flights that we have gotten promotions and good prices, most are in Zurich, but always check Geneva as well. And Switzerland is close to Germany, close to Italy and close to France, so try to see these tickets to these other destinations as well. Sometimes you can get a much cheaper price to Milan. There are many flights to Milan, it's a very big city and it's right next to Switzerland. If the tickets there is cheaper, go to Milan. You can even visit Milan and then you can take a low-cost flight, which are these internal European flights, or by train you can get to Switzerland very quickly. Same thing, Munich in Germany, sometimes Paris is halfway to your destination. So do some research guys, because these other countries because they are therefore can be much cheaper, and arriving in these other countries and then it's close enough to get to Switzerland, so you can get a much cheaper price. There is a very good comparator, I'll leave the link here in the video description and here in the first fixed comment. It's a ticket comparator. We use it because we enter the date and destination and it searches all airlines and all flights that are to Switzerland. So it's a very good tool to search, find promotions, good prices, and to make a reservation as well. I'll leave it here below, so take a look, but research a lot. The secret of the air ticket is to search. There's no way. The more you search, the more you get. And now let's talk about the lodging. The cool thing is that you can save money. The lodging I didn't find so expensive. In Switzerland, it's not so expensive compared to the other places. Food is more expensive, transportation is more expensive, but the accommodation, I thought the price was okay. There are a lot of hotel options and there are a lot of tourist cities. There is Zurich, there is Geneva, Bern, Lucerne. I think it's the most beautiful of all, do not miss it. There are several, so there are many hotels spread around. The tip is everybody searches for hotels in the center of the city because the cities are small and usually there is the center with the train station, people want to stay there. If you go about 10 blocks out of the center, you will get nice, good, and sometimes half the price hotels. You will only have to walk a little bit, about 10 minutes walking, nothing. So every time you go to a city, look a little bit outside this center and you will see that prices have already dropped a lot. And there's another tip that will save you a lot too. For these two tips, a very good tool that we use to get the prices and save money on the hotel is a website. I'll leave it here below in the description of the video. It's the largest hotel search site in the world, I'm sure you know it. It has the most hotels and the price is always very good. It has a little map. I'll even leave the personalized map for you. You click on the map, it will open the city map. There are already the hotels inside the map, so you can select the hotels there. And what's the great idea that we are saving a lot? It's the free cancellation thing. The main strategy to save money in hotels, and the only one that I think is really effective, is to book in advance. The sooner you make a reservation, the cheaper you will pay. This works for the whole world. So what do? This website has the negotiation with almost all the hotels for free cancellation. So we enter here below on the link, you find a good hotel, a good price, you book it. After 1 or 2 weeks, you will see that the prices go up very fast. This is how the tourist market works. There's no way out of it. So book as soon as possible. If later on you need to change hotels, dates, or whatever, you can cancel without any bureaucracy. But you will see that you will save a lot with advanced booking. So be sure to book in advance. This is what will make you save a lot on your hotel, especially in these more touristy destinations in Switzerland. So I think it's very worthwhile for you to check this website. Oh, and I also will leave the hotels. I'm always asked where I stayed, which hotel I recommend. They are very good hotels with very cheap prices, well located. Take a look. There are hotels in almost all the main cities. I'll leave the link, search too. There are hotels that have a very good price, good locations, and sometimes they have good promotions as well. And now the tip about the food. The meals in Switzerland are the most expensive in Europe, so expect to spend a little bit more. The restaurants are expensive, to have coffee is expensive, everything is expensive. So here are some tips. There are many grocery stores and supermarkets. The prices are good there, they are cheap, so you can buy on the first day some snacks, cookies, juice, water. Leave everything planned at the hotel. You can save a lot with these alternatives at the markets. Many people do this because it's expensive to eat in Switzerland, but of course if you want to try it out, people, the food there, the cheese, the hot chocolate, the coffee, they are very famous. It's part of the itinerary, so look for places a little bit further away from the tourist area. Same thing as the hotel. Walk a little bit, about 4 or 5 blocks away the tourist area, and you will find much cheaper restaurants, sometimes even tastier because they are more local. There are several strategies, and water, don't ask for water for God's sake because it costs 8 or 7 euros a bottle, so it's very expensive. What do? You ask for tap water. That's what we always recommend all over the world, but in Switzerland especially, it's the purest water in the world. It's a spectacular deal. You have the springs there, the mountains, so enjoy it. It's a gastronomic experience. Take the water from Switzerland, and when you take the tap water, they put tap water that's perfect, beautiful there. You don't pay anything, it's free, so use tap water. Take the tap water, you will save. Doing the math on the bottle of water, 1 a day, convert it to your currency, and you will see that's no joke because it costs a lot of money. And guys, any questions you may have about traveling, you can send it to us and we'll try to help. Even easier, add me on Instagram @PaiLorenzi. Send me a direct message that I'll help you. Sometimes it takes me a few days, but I answer everyone, and take the time to follow us there because we are always showing travel tips. And now we are living in Orlando, here in the United States, close to Disney. We show all day long our routine there, the parks, the shopping, the food, everything different. And we have a new channel, Família Lorenzi, where we blog about our daily life, the parks, the trips. Then subscribe, give us that little push there. I think you're gonna like it. And now the transportation tips, how to get around Switzerland, how to save money. Here's the thing, Switzerland is very famous for the trains. The trains are very good, efficient and beautiful, so people use trains a lot. There are people who rent cars, the roads are very good, beautiful, perfect. You just need your driver's license from your country, do the PID to guarantee it. I've seen some people asking for it. It's very quick depending on the country, you can apply for it online. It's an international license, it's your license translated, then you rent a car. For those who are with 3 or 4 people, sometimes it's much cheaper than the trains because you share the costs. For those who are going with 2 people, the cost of the train and of the car is always a little bit of a scramble then for them, so check it out. There are several ways, there is a website, there is a car rental comparator that gets incredible prices. The cheapest we have ever found, we have been using it for years everywhere in the world. I'll leave the link here below for you to see, but car rental is one of the options, but the most used options is the trains. But why? Zurich, you go there, you don't need a car, you do everything on foot, so you already spend a few days in Zurich, you will be there walking around without spending anything in the city. It's very beautiful, you arrive there because generally the ticket is for there, and then to go somewhere else you take the train. You can do several round trips to nearby cities, you can go to all the city, it's all within an hour and a half, at most it takes about 3 hours, so everything is very close, so the train ends up being very good. There are 2 options, you can buy the train ticket separately, the tip is to buy them in advance. At the time, at the ticket office, we have seen that it costs twice as much, really twice as much. On the internet it's cheaper, you buy in advance, you save a lot and you don't waste time standing in line. There's a website, it's very good, it's the biggest site for trains in all of Europe, you always buy there, it's reliable, it's the best price. There are all the routes there, you can buy them. I'll leave the link here below just for you guys, so go there and check them out. A tip to save money, 2 cool tips in Switzerland with transportation. Save money by doing a lot of logistics. Why? Because transportation there is a little bit expensive, it will be in euros, you will have to convert, it's not cheap, so you try to stay more days in the same cities and then you can explore those cities rather than going from one city to another because the tickets are expensive. And another very good tip for those who want to explore well the cities, oh, I want to go to all the cities, make an itinerary. There is an itinerary, then watch our video, perfect tour of Switzerland. It's a sensational video that we made, a little 10-day itinerary through several cities, mountains, villages and snow. Check it out because it's very good. For those who want to do a more complete tour through Switzerland to see all the cities that are close by, there is the Swiss Travel Pass. It's a pass that you can use, you buy it for 2 days, 3, 4, 6, 8. You choose on the website and then you can use the train in an unlimited way. The train, the boat, the bus, it gives discounts in many museums, it gives boat rides, there are several things included, so it's a nice option for those who want to transport a lot, who has a lot of cities in their itinerary. It's well worth it. You have to buy it beforehand because it's cheaper. On the same website of the train, of the sections of the train, you will see that there are normal train tickets, and if you click on the little box, the train passes, click on the box and put in Switzerland, you will see that the Swiss Travel Pass already appears. 2 options, you can choose and book it. It's very good for those who want to explore more of the cities, the villages, the mountains. The Swiss Travel Pass ends up making you save a lot on transportation because since you're going to take a lot of them, you can buy everything at once. Now the tip of international travel insurance that's mandatory. For those who do not know, for almost all of Europe you have to have international travel insurance, but rest assured that this is the cheapest item on the trip. I think there is a website that we know that's very good. It's also a travel insurance comparator that compares all the insurance companies, the best ones, and shows the lowest prices. Take a look at the link, I'll leave it here below as well guys. It's really cheap. For you to have an idea, for a 10-day trip we managed to find good insurance policies on this website for 150 reais, our currency, per person for 10 days with medical assistance coverage from $60,000. They have good plans, good companies. Take a look, this comparator will save you a lot and it's mandatory. Everyone has to take international travel insurance, so take a look, but these items, it's the cheapest of all, at least I think so. And the tip about the internet chip, this is also a cheap item compared to the others we are mentioning here. To travel abroad, you need to have your internet working, and a very nice way is a chip that we know and that we always buy. We have it actually, we just carry it for the trips. It works all over the world. You just buy a plan according to the trip you're going to take. It's very good. I'll leave the link here below as well. The newer cell phone models have the eSIM option. You can see it on their website. It's an electronic chip. They send you a QR code by email. You put your cell phone on the computer, scan it, and install it on the spot. Once there, you have everything activated and can use the internet with ease all over Europe. It's not only Switzerland. If you go to another country, it works too. The plans are good, the signal is good. Take a look, there are several plans, they help you with your doubts, but it's a very nice way we found for you to arrive in the country with everything working and avoiding any problem you might have there. Now the tip to save money with tours. You will see that most of the tours are walking around the city, so it's really cool that you won't spend on very expensive things with tickets to get into attractions and stuff. So you visit, you hike, you can go hiking, there are a lot of nice mountains, the Swiss Alps, look for nearby trails, lakes, you go hiking, take a boat ride, they are much cheap things, you won't spend too much. In Zurich there's the linked chocolate tour, the factory, that's sensational. It's 15 euros, 15 francs because the two currencies are equal, so it's not expensive. The tours there you will not spend much. What you will spend are the ski tours. If you want to ski, you have to get access to the mountain, the resort, rent the equipment, so everything's a little more expensive. But for those who don't go with the intention of skiing, you can do many free tours walking around the places and getting to know the villages and cities of Switzerland. For those who want to go on excursions, there are some very nice excursions. There is the Mount Titlis tour, which I think is spectacular. It's a beautiful mountain, you go on a suspension bridge, there's a nice cave there, there are many cool things, it's a very nice excursion. I'll leave below the link of the website we used to buy the tours and excursions. There are 2 or 3 tours that are very good to do there. They leave from Zurich, the tour also leave from Lucerne, from Bern, from several cities. Take a look, there are tours in all the cities. There are some very nice excursions that are worthwhile. They already take you, you have to access the mountain, they take you to all the sites. We like them a lot. Take a look, I think it's the second largest website if I'm not mistaken for tours and tickets in Europe. We had a very good experience, better than with another one that we had problems with in the past. Today we only use them, the price is very good, you don't pay the 6% IOF because it's in your currency. You will save a lot buying with them before than if you buy it on the spot, which ends up being more expensive. So I'll leave the link below for you to see and for you to search to see if I am telling the truth or not. And now the tips about the currency in Switzerland. What are the accepted currencies, how to save, and the best way to exchange your money. The official currency there is the Swiss franc because Switzerland is not part of the European Union, but it's in the middle, so the main tourist attractions and restaurants often accepts the euro. Nowadays, the day I'm recording, it's practically 1-to-1. A Swiss franc is 1 euro. Before, the franc was more highly valued than the euro, but now they are practically at the same value, so it's easier to do the math. But what do we recommend? You can take euros because many places will accept them, but always have Swiss francs in change. If you need a machine to get a train ticket, an emergency, to pay for a cab, something, there are places that only accept Swiss francs. So you can either take the Swiss franc and the euro already, or you can take the euro because you can probably go to another country. You go with euros, arrive at the airport and change. You buy a cup of coffee, you give 50 euros and you will see that they give you change in francs. You can ask them to give you your change in francs. You already have your change in francs. It's much easier. You gotta organize it there. The exchange tips that we always give, the cheapest way is to take your euro and francs in cash, the cash money. Why is that? If you buy the cash in the currency exchange office, you do not pay the 6.5% IOF, so you save the 6.5%, which is already a lot, but of course you can't take it all in cash, so we recommend either the credit card, which is a little more expensive but it accumulates points and miles, or the prepaid card that these exchange houses also make, and you end up having a greater control. The rate doesn't vary, but even there is a 6% IOF, so it's very important for you to pay attention in those things because these little small details can count a lot for you to save. There is a new way that we have been using for the last 3 years, and it's being very good and everybody's starting to use it, which is to have a global account. It was always better, but it was very difficult to have an account abroad. Now there is a global digital bank that you can install their application in 5 minutes. It's a good big bank, and you can have an account in the United States in dollars. But don't worry, I'll explain. I'll leave the link here below in the description of the video. You can click on it so you can download the map that even has a discount coupon for us and earns you $10 when you load your first account of at least $100. It's pretty cool. It's pretty easy to install. What happens, you will get an account in the United States. From here in the United States, you will have all the security of the American government. You will have money in dollars, and the cool thing is that there are no maintenance fees, no opening fees. You don't pay any fees at all. You keep your assets in dollars, your account in dollars, and you have the card to use, which is your debit card. What happens when you travel anywhere in the world, even outside the United States, for example Europe, you can use this card in all establishments. It's a MasterCard, Visa, so you can use it everywhere. It's accepted everywhere, and it converts automatically. In euro you can spend it and it will automatically convert to dollar on your bill, and even then it ends up being much cheaper. Why is that? Because when you charge it with the commercial dollar, which is much cheaper than the tourist dollar. Use it in the exchange houses, you end up paying much less tax. You don't pay the IOF tax of 6.5%. It's much better. In the end, we did a lot of calculation. It ends up being much cheaper. It's the cheapest option of all, and you have a global account to use for all your trips, and you can even invest the money. Leave it invested while you are not using it in stocks and investments here in the United States. So it's a sensational option. We are finding it very good. It's making us save money on the trip. So I'll leave it here below. Take a look. It's really worth it. And if you're interested, don't forget that we have our discount coupon. You can get it all in the description of the video, so take a look and see if it's worthwhile for you. And here below I'll leave all the links organized. Save these videos, share it with whoever will travel with you, access it later on your computer to see everything calmly, but it's a guide, a step-by-step with all the items you need to organize your trip in the best and cheapest place we have discovered over time, traveling all around the world with always a good quality service. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us that like and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps us a lot. There are videos like this on how to travel cheaply to all places in Europe. If you're traveling to Italy, watch our video on how to travel cheaply to Italy. For Germany, France, Spain, Portugal, everywhere there's a video like this one that teaches you how to save money on everything. And here on the side I'll leave the playlist with all the videos from Switzerland for you to watch. They are very cool. So thank you very much, guys, and have nice trips.